Hello, welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Shout About It with me, Rachel, the Queen of the Woke, as crowned by one of my haters. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the 18th of July. Why the 18th of July? Well, that's because it's my 1-year anniversary. Can I do it by then? So I'm going to be watching The Acolyte. I have made that promise to my subscribers, and I'm in the process of doing it right now. So that also means I'm going to be taking a look at things like ratings, viewing figures, cast opinions, and cast reactions. I watched all of Star Wars right up until the end of The Force Awakens. I noped out after that because I knew something weird was going down. So The Acolyte truly is, since 2015, my first revisit to Star Wars. So the ratings and the reviews and the opinions on The Acolyte aren't that great. We'll get into those a little bit later on. Earlier today, I saw a tweet from the master of the TDS, and it was all about a rap video in response to the negative reviews of The Acolyte. We're going to take a look at it because apparently it's all white people's fault. This is Amanda Stenberg's reaction to all the negative reviews.
Trevor asked what I want the people to know. I said, white people cry, what's the goal? If they could take one thing, what would it be? I said, empathy. Oh, that's why they mad at me. They split.
Okay, so hate to break it to you, but most people, white people in particular, have empathy. Is that news?
Nice minds make hate, they recognize, making love like they sing propaganda they spew. Cause they come from our pain with violence and try to weaponize everything that we do.
No.
The desperation of the process is rising.
No.
To any old thing they can use. You can rely upon misinformation. And that tells me you're afraid of the truth. Huh?
No. This is the face of a children's show. Okay, so it's coming up.
I'll tell you something fascinating. They spin it back, bastardized it and appropriated. Let's start a clone, woke or something with creators. But truth, power, keep an eye out.
So woke used to be recognizing the social injustices for Black people, but I think it's actually evolved into something more now, in my personal opinion. It's done that so much so that it's actually now woven its way into things like the Disney DEI agenda, and it's screaming so much injustice that it's actually starting to ostracize other groups of people, when in actual fact we need to be working together and working on the same level. That's ideally what we should be doing in a realistic situation. However, life isn't like that, and you're very lucky as an actor to be cast in a family show like Star Wars, a family film, family franchise like Star Wars, as the lead. There are so many people who would love to be in your position right now. I think it's clear that you are proud of The Acolyte and what you have done within The Acolyte and any work that you do. That is very much clear. However, just because people don't like it doesn't make them racist. People are allowed to not like something and express that. As an actor, you need to be open to criticism. Sorry, you do. And the show itself needs to be open to criticism. I take Doctor Who, for example. Doctor Who, they are not very open to criticism because they have a reaction very similar to this. Maybe they don't release a whole song and dance about it. At the end of the day, we are human beings and we can voice our opinions. We do have free speech. By the way, I wonder how long it is until this video gets demonetized for my free speech. It just doesn't make people racist for having an opinion on something. And I don't like changing things for the sake of changing things just to make a statement. I actually find that sort of casting and that sort of attitude more exploiting.
And how they use it to describe anything they didn't buy. Remember, when can be don't put rooted in the zeitgeist. So it's all about the people recognizing bigotry, the power of community, not fodder for your clickbait. Speaking
I'm
of which, journalism looking at you. Did you forget it's your job to confirm the truth? Spreading divisiveness, mining the metrics and data. So you gave up on your ethics for money and views. And I can tell that the people look tired and the kids don't trust anything that they view.
Kids don't trust anything that they view. You tell a kid something, they will believe you.
We can learn something from them to slow down. The future's coming and it's always
This is the face of a family show. You know, instead of having a whole song and dance reaction, there was absolutely nothing wrong with them coming out and saying, "Hey, you know what? I went to work, I did my acting job, I enjoyed my acting job, and there are some people that like it and some people don't. That's okay. That's absolutely fine. So if you don't like it, that's your fault, not my fault, not the creator's fault, not anybody else's fault for changing things that people really, really did like for the sake of changing things and for the sake of the DEI, by which I actually believe that Disney at the moment, in my opinion, value their DEI more than anything else in their entertainment at the moment. That's what I think. And white people are oppressors. It's all white people's fault. Nobody else's fault. Now let's have a look at the rating. So it's not performing very well at all. 85% fresh on the tomato meter for all critics, 14% for the audience score, 72% for all top critics, excuse me. And there's 606 million on Star Wars The Acolyte Disney Plus viewing figures according to that. So it's coming in at number 1. So if people on Disney Plus are enjoying it, then what's there to complain about? Why so serious? In my best Heath Ledger Joker voice, nothing worse than hearing grown-ups complain about a show on the series made for children, not adults, who can't let go of their childhood. The audience score is skewed. How many kids have a Rotten Tomatoes account to display their joy? No love lost for those who still love the franchise. If you're a person over 13 years old still sitting down for a trek through Skywalker's playground, then please recognize you are in the a kids play pin and need to stay in an adult's place. Never left a review in my life. Had to go out of my way to learn how to leave a review just to say how awful I feel this show really is. I consider myself one of the biggest Star Wars fans there is, and when watching this show, I genuinely don't feel like I am watching Star Wars in the slightest. Acting is horrendous, story is worse than the acting, and the overall feel of the show is saddening to even think about it. As a long-time Star Wars fan, I have enjoyed the series so far. I'm not one to get wound up in what is a canon or not, because it's fiction and there are more important things to worry about. It has sabers, blasters, alien spaceships, and Jedi. So it's Star Wars. Sit back, enjoy the story, and don't overthink it. 3 episodes in, and I can't watch this show anymore. The writing is beyond contradicting to itself in each episode, and quite frankly, lazy. It feels like a cheesy sitcom TV show. Characters are out of place in the timeline. The set pieces and big canvas backgrounds stick out. Even to an untrained eye, production is terrible. This is not the Star Wars we have come to enjoy and expect. So do not waste your time. Instead, go watch Mandalorian Season 1 to Season 2, Ahsoka, Andor, and Kenobi again. But I think, really, at the end of the day, it's the audience's reviews that are the most important. And if it's scoring 14%, then this is on Disney. This is on Leslie Headland. This is on the creators of the show, the people who wrote the story. They're responsible for making entertainment great, but they're so focused on a DEI that when the reviews come in as negative, we're all branded as the ones who are at fault. It's our fault. It's white people's fault. White people are the oppressors. That's how, in this particular case, it has been played. Oh, but wait, we had something similar with Shooty Gap and even Jinx Monsoon. We were T-phobes, racists, bigots, you name it, under the sun. It was nobody else's fault. It was the audience's problem. It was our fault because we weren't taking it the way that they thought we were going to be taking it, and it is the same in this case. Now, having said that, when I actually come to do my overall review of The Acolyte, I will be fair. It'll be exactly how I've reviewed Doctor Who. I've tried to review Doctor Who in a fair way. I just don't think that it is appropriate, in my opinion, to be calling the audience the ones responsible for everything that has gone wrong and for not liking the show. I just don't think it's fair. We are the viewers. We are the ones who are wanting to be entertained. So entertain us. I'm going to finish catching up with The Acolyte, but I just had to get on that. I will be back tomorrow with my Doctor Who review of The Empire of Death. Let me know what you think about this. Chat about it, don't shout about it. Like the video if you would like to like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you would like to. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.